Hello everyone. Today we're going to be talking about the complex situation behind Minecraft Java Edition on Xbox. Now you might be wondering, Java on Xbox? I didn't know that was a thing. Well, now it is. This video won't cover the way it got ported, but rather the drama created by a guy who just wants all of the credit for himself. Without further ado, let's begin our very first deep dive. Gale's Deep Dive! The story begins on April 19th, 2026, when a developer in the Xbox community by the name of Rockcity began work on a project to port Minecraft Java to the console. In case you don't know, Rockcity is the guy with a major role in porting Legacy Console Edition to Xbox, seeing as he wrote a backend to fake Xbox Live and allow people to play multiplayer. He spent a month working tirelessly on the port until he finally got the game to launch on his end. Now, Rockcity knew he couldn't release this project early as it wasn't ready for general use yet. Unfortunately, life isn't always fair and people make mistakes. On May 16th, Rockcity would accidentally set the repo to public. A user active on GitHub, who we'll call Prince, saw this repo go live and forked it. Now I know what you're thinking. Gale, it's just a fork. Saying it was stolen seems a little harsh. And you would be right. Except... Before I get into why Prince stealing code is such an issue, I wanted to address the biggest question most people end up asking. Is it really stealing if the project is up on GitHub? And the answer is yes, unless explicitly stated. Your first assumption for why I must be saying that this code is stolen is that the project already had a license. However, after doing some research, we can see that the project was forked on May 16th and the license was created on May 22nd. So surely that means you can do whatever you want with the code because there is no license. You are still wrong. On GitHub's licensing a repository page, you can clearly see it is stated not once, but twice on the page that for a repository to be truly open source, it must be licensed. It's even elaborated on, saying that without a license, you retain all rights to your source code and no one may reproduce, distribute, or create derivative works from your work. But it's not that big of a deal, and besides, the site also said other users can fork it. It is a pretty big deal, but it's not just Prince forking it that led to the problem here, it's what he did with it. Literally on the same day as forking the repo, Prince released a video showcasing the project. It's worth noting at this point that Rockcity's code, while working for him, was not in enough of a playable state to run for anyone else. Prince took the currently available code and used AI to speed up the process heavily. Then on May 22nd, he released a tutorial on how to download his launcher, which, because it was modified to work with AI, contained security flaws that put users' Java accounts at risk, like storing login details in plain text instead of obfuscating them. We'll get to why Prince most likely did this later on. It was pretty clear that this was stolen and contained AI, enough so that it could be taken down. Word of this reached Rockcity pretty fast, and he acted quick, filing a copyright claim on YouTube and a DMCA on GitHub for the stolen code. Also, because of the safety concerns, he filed a report to Microsoft to take down the authentication used as well and prevent people from using a security risk. It's also worth noting that a multitude of people swarmed a now-dead Discord server created specifically for his launcher in order to point out the AI usage and stealing to unsuspecting users. The claims went through, and the Prince had finally been vanquished. Right? On June 10th, Prince would return with another video, telling his viewers that he coded another launcher, but from scratch this time. Now, you probably think that there's no way a guy with a track record of AI usage and stolen code, who was literally begging on his knees to get the copy strikes removed, somehow figured out how to make literally anything. And you would be right. The launcher is riddled with more AI. Except, Prince decided to be a bit smarter and remove the AI docs in a second commit that we can all see. Now how do you know this? He hasn't released a download link yet. Well, the people over at Raccoon Development, which is Verocity's Discord server, which I'll leave in the description, found the video as it got posted, and through a quick check on his GitHub, found his second repo, which to his credit is a little harder for the average person to tell that it's copied. However, not only do the removed AI docs imply that it was copied using source material of some kind, most likely the original repo by Verocity, but there were also minor changes made on the original repo that Prince had in his version, like the drop-down in RAM. You can even see in said docs that Prince may have started working on this as early as May 29th, which will lend a hand in explaining motives later on. Verocity has filed another DMCA against Prince, as this is a violation of the license made prior. This section of the deep dive will be the stance that I've taken after reviewing the facts. This is my personal opinion for motives, although you are allowed to disagree or skip this chapter completely if you came only for the objective side of things. Prince using AI to bring the launcher to a playable state would have been okay as long as he kept this to himself. In fact, it was made very clear that you could build Verocity's repo yourself and use it for personal reasons. Prince has made it very clear that his motives are not clean. If anything, his behavior has caused me to narrow his intentions down to one specific idea: clout. Prince's whole plan was to make a playable version of Java on Xbox and be the one known for it. He took advantage of there being no license to steal the code and modify it, then release it to the public. In fact, he did get this, as the YouTuber IBXToyCat made a video on this and included Prince as the original creator. It's worth noting that Toycat and Verocity have talked about this, and Java on Xbox has been removed from the video included, which is awesome. As well as this, Prince using AI on his second launcher and trying to hide evidence of it proves that not only is he not remorseful for what he's done, but he's also committing copyright evasion. He doesn't deserve the fame he's got from this, and he doesn't deserve the ad revenue either. Stealing code and using AI is especially a no-no. Therefore, I believe Prince deserves another copyright strike and DMCA. Again, you are welcome to form your own opinion about Prince, but this is what mine is of him. Feel free to bring up your own opinions in the comments. Minecraft Java Edition on Xbox is relatively controversial thanks to a guy who cannot respect rules or licenses. Prince has made it clear that credit is very important to him, and that he can't handle it when he gets called out on his own actions. Please go support Verocity. As I said before, I've left a link to his Discord in the description. I'll also leave his Patreon and the original repo, where you can download the nightly release for Bandit Launcher, the better and more human-made version of Java on Xbox. That's it for this deep dive, and I'll see you on the surface.